Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in April at Jefferson Speedway, Wisconsin's action track. This is Ken Arbogast going to call the action. Kevin Douglas is on camera today, and what you're looking at right now are the fast qualifiers for this, well, rescheduled opening day, I guess we call this, since we got rained out the Sunday before. We got Dick Perdot from Toma in the front in the number 14 car. He's going to carry the American flag. Larry Martoni, international class, number 46, carrying the Wisconsin flag. And in the second row in the truck, star truck, is John Ellis, number 76 from Sun Prairie. And the Road Warrior class, number 11, John Please. And I believe he's from Toma also. So here's the national anthem. And there you have your top 4 fast qualifiers in each of the divisions for today. And we're going to be getting underway with the first race. It looks like it's going to be a late model dash with the 4 fastest late models. And we had a little excitement during the warm-up sessions here today. We had one of the star trucks decided he didn't want to turn right, and he kind of put his initials on the end wall. Driver was all right. That was Eric Byler, last year's champion. 76 truck of John Ellis. Did you see it? Oh, there's the wall where one of those black marks is where Eric Byler decided to put his mark for the day. And they're lining up the late models in the pit area. And of course, Dick Perdot is going to be in there, as well as the 44 of Roger Belke, and the 3 of B.J. Erickson, driving the Dale Earnhardt colors this year, it looks like. On the inside, number 1, Dave Grunberg, and your fast qualifier, Dick Perdot. So we got 4 cars, late models. Four fastest qualifiers in this division today. This is an unusual event too, because normally Jefferson does not have time trials. They go according on the season according to progressive racing, they call it. So one more time around, Mr. Rodiger, the flag man says. And they're closing it in, bringing it into turn number 3. Pick up speed now, and the flag is green. Belke within the lead. Erickson on the outside. Grunberg coming up and on the inside, right behind Belke. And now Grunberg's got second. Erickson trying on the outside. And there goes BJ trying to make a move. Coming into 3. BJ Erickson looks like he's going to overtake Belke maybe on the next corner. And he's about a half a car ahead of him. They come into turn 4. Belke's holding him off. Belke. Now, Erickson gets a little edge. And Perdot moves up right behind Erickson. BJ Erickson takes the lead from Roger Belke, but Dick Perdot is right behind him. Here's the white flag. Now Grunberg's going to try the outside. And it's Erickson. Coming out of turn 4, it's BJ Erickson, Dick Perdot, Dave Grunberg, and Roger Belke. And that's the late model dash as BJ Erickson brings home the first checkered flag of the season. Driving the black number 3 Chevy.
Here he is, winner of the late model fastback, car number 3 from Cambridge, Wisconsin.
BJ Erickson from Cambridge, Wisconsin. BJ changed his number and the color of his car this year.
Together for the winner of the late model dash, car number 3, BJ Erickson.
And now BJ will get out of his car and get his picture taken. Maybe he won't get out. Here come the international class, the 4 fastest qualifiers there. Number 6. Ivor Burke. He's a Toma driver. Number 14, Scott Nottestad. 75 of Steve Hoff. And the 46 of fast qualifier Larry Martoni. And number 6 looks like a late model. It's got real little tires on it. And they're coming out of turn 4. Let's see what the flag. It's green. And Scott Nottestad takes the lead. Martoni moving up on the inside. Off in second right now, but Martoni, oh, a little sideways on the back chute. Nottestad in the lead. Martoni trying to get around Hoff. And Martoni, looks like he takes over second temporarily. Now he's moving on the outside where he likes to run. Oh, he lost it. Now he's in third. Hoff moving on the inside of Nottestad. They get tied up. And Martoni decides to get in a little fender booth in there. Scott Nottestad bumps the back of Martoni. Martoni spins out. And Steve Hoff takes the lead. And Hoff is building on his lead. So he got bumped around in there between Nottestad and Martoni and caught the back end of Martoni's car and sent Martoni to the infield. And Steve Hoff is leading. Here's the white flag. 1 lap left. Hoff, Nottestad, and Ivor Burke. And here comes a checkered flag to the international winner, Steve Hoff. Scott Nottestad second, Ivor Burke third. And Larry Martoni comes out of the infield and crosses the line. But here comes your winner, Steve Hoff. And we'll be back with the next race after this.
Anyway, your winner is the 75 car, Steve Hoff. On the field, outside, last week's fast winner on the inside, and car number 11 from Total Fire.
And here we have the the fast dash for the Road Warriors. We've got on the inside Rick Coppernall in number 7. On the outside, number 26, Scott Chico Riedner. On the inside, Jason Schuler, number 37, and the fast qualifier, number 11, John Pleece on the outside. And they're coming out of 4, and the flag is green. Coppernall holding off Riedner. Schuler moving up on the inside of Riedner in the second. No. Coppernall pulls into the lead all by himself there, but Schuler's right on his bumper. Now Riedner trying to move up on the outside of Coppernall. And oh, can't do it. Coppernall pulls ahead, Schuler in second. Now on the inside, number 11 moving up inside of Riedner. Schuler moving to the outside of Coppernall. And Pleece moving up on the inside of Schuler now, trying to get in the second. Schuler making his move on Coppernall. Here comes Schuler around him. White flag, 1 lap. We got us a race coming to the end here. Schuler goes wide, but Coppernall, oh, they're running fender to fender up front. It's going to be close at the finish. Schuler's got a little edge. The winner, Coppernall, by about 6 inches, it looked like from here. Schuler second, Pleece third, and Riedner finished 4th. A real close race there. But I believe Rick Coppernall just nosed him out.
Rick Coppernall, winner of the Road Warriors 6-lap dash.
It was a real good race. Schuler came on and just lost it by a nose. 1 more lap, he might have overtaken him, but Rick Coppernall takes the first Road Warrior race event here in 1989.
Rick Coppernall, former 47 round winner.
And there's your winner, Rick Coppernall, veteran driver, and we'll be back. Okay, the first Road Warrior bonus heat here. Let's see if we can run these cars down. Starting from the front, we got number 92, and there's no name. He didn't check in with one. Number 84, Tim Wandash. Take me a little bit to get used to this. Number 80, Dave DeMott. Leonard Reimer, no, C4. I don't have him listed, but it's a start. We'll call this race by the numbers, folks. Number 92 is out in front, and the cars are swerving all over the place. Number 84, Wandrash, is coming up on the outside, but no, 92 holds him off. And, well, everybody survived that corner. 92 building his lead. Here comes C4 out of nowhere. Oh, he's sideways on the corner. Having a little trouble handling it there. And 92 is still your leader. Well, we got 32 and 59 hook bumpers. 32 spins sideways, but he keeps going, so there'll be no yellow. Whoa, sounded like one blew up out there. Your leader is number 92. He's got about a 4-car length lead over 84. Wandash in second place. And there's there's a black flag to somebody, number 80, I believe. Dave DeMott got black flagged. 92 is losing his lead a little bit here. His 1-dash is coming up fast on him. And now C4 goes around the outside of number 84. Is still out in front, and there's a black flag for number 59, or no, 82, I guess they just black flagged. Oh, 92 almost lost it in the corner there. He's still holding off. His lead is only about a half a car length now. The 66 car at Jim Jordan is moving off fast on the outside in the third spot. But here's the white flag to number 92. C4 is trying to make the move, gets a little sideways. And they're coming out of turn 4. And C4 spins around, and whoa, they all miss him. But your winner was number 92. 66 at Jordan was second, 84, 98, 23, 59, and then C4 after doing a 360 in front of us. So 92, the man with no name. Mark somebody from Edgerton. And the 66, the Jim Jordan finished second. And they're lining up for the second bonus heat. And we'll call them for you as they come out of the pits. Number 78, Mark Miller, be on the inside. Number 68, the 68 of, let's see if we can find him on our list. Well, oh, 68 of Jeff Reamer, the 16 of Pete Lowe, the number 4 car. And 78 of Jensen, the 42 with no name. The 89 car of Chris Radicek, the 25. Let's see, boy. And the 83 pulls off. Ziegelmeyer, he's gone. The number 4 car is Cradwell. Jerry Cradwell. 94. Yeah, it's a green flag. Let's see who we got here. Into turn 1 and 2. Everyone survives. The 78 car. Whoa, there's a hood up on Pete Lowe's car. And I believe he can't see where he's going right now. So Pete Lowe pulls off into the infield, and your leader is the number 78 car of Mark Miller. Followed by, whoa, there's another one spinning into the infield. The double 4 car. Miller the leader. Well, the number 4 car is Rick Shade. 68, blue 68. Jeff Reamer running second. And he's bumped on there. It's spun by number 42, the man with no name on my sheet. And 42 bulls his way into second place. But your leader is still Mark Miller. Second place, the 42 car. Third is Reamer. Oh, 42 has a flat tire, it looked like. He's sitting on the top stretch. But there's your leader, 78. I think we're going to have a yellow flag. So we got a car sitting on the high side of turn number 4. No, they're going to race them. Well, Pete Lowe finally got his hood on. And your leader, Mark Miller. Second place is Reamer. Larry Jensen, and there's a blue 78 moving up into third. See, there's a battle going on for second and third spot. Ziegelmeyer came back on the track now as Mark Miller is trying to pass him. It's the white flag, so there's this last lap here. It's Miller, Reimer. Rick Shade now moves up into third as Ziegelmeyer is kind of slowing the pack up. There's your winner, Mark Miller, second to 89 got a last-minute blast in there on Rick Shade. Now Rick Shade says, here's the favor. But your winner was number 78. And 89 is going to get a little talking to on the back chute. But Mark Miller, number 78, is the winner. It's a Sun Prairie driver, Mark Miller. And here come the late models for their first heat. And in this heat, we're going to have 7-Up of Ron Arndt, pardon me. And the 83 of Roger Longseth, the 13 of Terry Sauer. The 82 of Skip Bolton, and the 97 of Al Papini. And there must be a scratch, because usually there should be 6, but here we go. They're coming out of turn 4, and the flag is dropped. 83 of Longseth. Oh, he's fighting off Ron Arndt for the lead. Sauer moves up on the inside. And Ron Arndt from Watertown and 7-Up takes the lead. But Terry Sauer is coming up fast in second. Sauer moving on the outside of Arndt. Got Longseth on his tail. Now 97 on the inside. No. 97, Papini tried moving on the inside. All right, there goes Terry Sauer taking the lead. Terry Sauer from Waterloo is your leader, and he's building on it. Now Longseth in 97 is going to try to catch him. Sauer in the lead. Got about a 1 car length lead over Roger Longstaff. Now Longstaff's going to make a move. No, Sauer puts it down and pulls away. But here he comes on the corner. Longstaff moving on the outside of Sauer. Longstaff is strong in the corners. Sauer, I think, has him on the straightaway. And there goes, whoa, we got us a tire off down here. And 2 cars kind of smucked into each other as the tire goes rolling into the infield. Ron Arndt and Skip Bolton kind of got tangled up here. We didn't really see what happened. We know one of them lost a tire. And we'll be back with the restart after this. They're going to have a couple of fast laps to wear down that oil dry. So you might want to wait. Did you pushed pause? Class. First race here, we got the 77 of Ron Waters Sr., the 83 of Remzik, the 07 of Billy Waters. It's a green flag. And Waters Sr. out in front goes wide. Remzik takes the lead. Let's see, it's Remzik, Waters, and Todd Otis, the number 2, is coming up in the 3rd spot. J.R. Remzik out in front. The 07 of Billy Waters moving on the outside. Todd Otis running 3rd. Waters making a move on the outside of Remzik. And looks like he might take him on this corner. Remzik trying to hold him off. Todd Otis moving up into the battle also now. Otis right on Remzik's bumper. Remzik and Waters neck and neck. Waters pulling ahead a little bit. Good battle for first here as they touch sides. Come out of it all right. Waters with a little edge. Waters goes around Remzik. Todd Otis on the outside now. So it's Billy Waters running first, and Remzik and Otis are fighting for second. Now Otis takes second place from Remzik. And it's Waters, Otis, Remzik, and now here comes the number 6 car of Ivor Burke. Your leader. Running second, Todd Otis. 3rd, Remzik. And Billy Waters. Otis chasing him down. Todd Otis makes a move as Waters slowed up just a little bit on the corner. Otis working him inside then out. White flag. Otis going way wide. Trying to find a good groove. We're going to have us a race to the finish here. Otis trying to get him on the outside, but Waters is going to hold him off. Billy Waters, Todd Otis, Ivor Burke, J.R. Remzik. That's the way they crossed it. And the number 4 car. And then and the 77 of Waters Sr. and the 16 of Bingham. Billy Waters in his sharp-looking Pinto. Taking his victory lap. A 23-year-old driver out of Madison, Wisconsin.
International qualifier. Transferred from that racing course,
And the second international qualifier is on its way out of the pits. The outside row is going to be the number 9 car of Mike Dolphin. The inside is the 19 car. Is Bingham, I guess. The 43 car of Scott Johnson, the 1 of Ed Wolf, or is that Mike Wolf? That's Mike Wolf. The 99 car of Sonia Vanderhoof with her uncle, number 86, Bernie Vanderhoof. Or no, he's 56. He's not here today, I guess. 62 of Scott Null, Steve Hoff in the 75. The 86 car, I don't have a name for. He must have came late. And here they come. And it's a green flag, and Mike Dolphin is going to jump out in the lead. Number 19. The Mike Dolphin building on his lead. The number 9 red, white, and blue car is Bergman running third. Wolf in second now. And here comes Steve Hoff, the fast qualifier, moved into third. And Sonia Vanderhoof drops to the back. Mike Dolphin, number 9, your leader. Followed by Mike Wolf in the number 1 car. If you're looking to buy a car, that number 1. Whoa, he gets a little sideways. Steve Hoff almost had a yellow bumper on his front end. And it's Dolphin, Hoff, Wolf, Scott Null moving up on the inside in 4th place. And Dolphin is just kind of on a cakewalk right now. Battle going for 2nd and 3rd spot. As Scott Null comes up on Mike Wolf now, trying to push him for 3rd. Oh, and there's a spin on a turner. Scott Johnson got bumped from somebody, but he's back on the track. There's your leader, Mike Dolphin. Steve Hoff in 2nd, Mike Wolf, and number 86 decides to go into the infield. Yeah, now he decides to come back out. Dolphin goes around number 86, so does Steve Hoff. Now Hoff is getting up closer to Dolphin, but here's the white flag. Mike Dolphin gets the white flag. And coming out of turn 4, it's going to be Dolphin, Hoff, Null, Wolf, Vanderhoof, number 86, and Bergman, number 19, and Scott Johnson, number 43. So we'll be back with the next race after this. Just gonna let it run. Open another tape up so it's ready.
Where's the other sport headphone?
Huh?
Where's the other sport headphone?
In the bag.
Not right now, maybe in a little while.
Here we have our third international qualifier. These, let's see, we got number 11, and we're going to have to check his name. 11. Number 11, Joe Hicks. He's got a different color this year. Number 24, Rick Nerland. Number 53 is Joel Sorensen. 14, Scott Nottestad. And the 5 car is Orv Rudy. And it's a green flag go. The 17 is Mike Bingham. 22 of Craig Lund. 46 of Martoni. Martoni moves up the middle as Joe Hicks drops to the back. Rick Nerland and Bingham fighting for the lead right now. It's Bingham and Nerland, Sorensen and Lund. Now Nerland loses the lead to Bingham. Sorensen way wide. Craig Lund moving up. Martoni trying to get up through the middle. And there's your leader, Mike Bingham, as Nerland goes sideways. Orv Rudy's smoking pretty good out there. Martoni running third, Lund second, Bingham first. Now Lund makes his move on the outside of Bingham. There goes Craig Lund. No, not quite. As Bingham hits a little turf on the inside, now Lund takes the lead. It's Lund, Bingham, Rudy, and Martoni. Bingham keeps kicking up the dust on that inside corner on turn number 3. Now it's Lund, Rudy, Martoni. Now Martoni's making a move around Rudy. And looks like he's going to overtake him. Now it's Lund and Martoni. Martoni passes Rudy. There's the white flag to Craig Lund. Now Rudy running third, Martoni second. And that's the way it looks like they are going to go across the line. There's your winner, Craig Lund in the 22 car. Larry Martoni, Orv Rudy, Mike Bingham, Scott Nottestad, Joel Sorensen, and Rick Nerland. So the third international qualifier is history, as Craig Lund brings home the checkered flag. Craig Lund out of Edgerton, Wisconsin. Craig is a veteran driver out here. And here come the late models. Number 4, Klamorowski. Number 76 of Rick Nelson. 17 of Dwayne Deppy. 22 of Leroy Gronert Jr. The blue 76 of Pete Moore. The 2 of Russ Schutte. The 5 of Bob Paws. And the 8 of Matt Kenseth. One of the racing Kenseths. I believe there's 3 of them racing here this year. Matt being the youngest. And it's good to see Dwayne Deppy back at Jefferson after the absence of about a year or so. Pete Moore, who races at Columbus, along with Rick Nelson, the 276 cars. And here they're coming out of turn 4. And Mr. Radiger gives them the green flag. Rick Nelson takes an early lead. Moving up on the inside in 4th place is Russ Schutte. In a different color car this year. Rick Nelson in the lead with Dwayne Deppy right on his bumper. It's Nelson, Deppy, and Schutte, with Pete Moore moving up into 4th. Schutte trying to challenge Deppy for a number 2 spot. Pete Moore is your leader by about 3 car lengths. It's Moore, Deppy, and Schutte. Or no, Nelson. Rick Nelson is your leader. 2 numbers mixed up. Schutte trying to work into that number 2 spot, but can't quite get around Deppy as the cars are spreading out single file now. Rick Nelson in the lead. Running pretty much the way they have been for the last few laps. Not much change in position. Rick Nelson in the lead in the black 76. Followed by Dwayne Deppy. 17, the 2 of Russ Schutte. Off the wall. The blue 76, he's having a hard time controlling it. Now he pulls it in. Rick Nelson still the leader. Pete Moore again ticks the wall as he comes by. Moore is definitely having some problems controlling his car. He says that's enough of that and leaves the track. Rick Nelson having a pretty easy time here in the rocking chair. Dwayne Deppy's holding on to 2nd, but here comes Bob Poss out of Watertown, moving into that number 3 spot, trying to get it away from Schutte. So we got a race developing back there in the number 3 spot. Poss making a move on the outside of Schutte. He bumps him a little bit there on the corner. Lets him know he's still there. Matt Kenseth bumps off of Poss. Little fender tag out there. comes a black flag for somebody. Rick Nelson in the lead. Well, they're not going to drop the black flag. Here's your leader, Rick Nelson, with the white flag. Deppy in second, Schutte in third. And they're closing up, but here was the way they finished. Nelson, Deppy, Schutte, Kenseth, Poss, and Gronert. We had a little fender tag going out there. Mr. Rodiger was ready to drop the black flag on somebody. Rick Nelson, number 76, is the winner of the late model qualifier. And we'll be back after this. Late model qualifier. We got the 09 of Butch Mirendorf and the 7 of Bruce Clark. We got the 6 of Gary Krieger, the 82, the blue and white 82 of Dave Dubnicka, 32 of Keith Reamer from Marshall, 58 is Jim Wilderman from Watertown, 31 Dave Oswald from Waterloo, 1 of Dave Grunberg from Madison, the 98 of Steve Kenseth, and the number 11 of Randy Nottestad. Not necessarily in that order. Well, some veteran drivers here from Jefferson Speedway on the track right now, and let's see how they do. Here's the green flag. Mirendorf takes the early lead. Krieger moving up, Oswald moving up. Mirendorf holding his lead. Number 11 car, Randy Nottestad, who drove international class 2 years ago. He's at the back of the pack. Him and the number 1 used to have some real tough battles. Now, Mirendorf, Clark, Krieger moving on the inside. Butch Mirendorf still holding on to his lead. Gary Krieger now takes second away from Clark. Jim Wilderman hanging in there in 4th spot. Your leader is still Butch Mirendorf. Third, Wilderman 4th. Mirendorf still holding on to his lead. Oh, Wilderman bounced off of Clark there on the corner. No damage was done. Now Krieger is going to try the outside of Mirendorf. Butch Mirendorf leading this race. Wilderman goes way outside. Loses ground. Now Dave Oswald takes over 3rd. Krieger in 2nd. Steve Kenseth moving up now in 4th spot. Dave Grunberg trying to work his way through the pack in that orange number 1. Oh, there's a slowdown, and Steve Kenseth gets spun sideways by Randy Nottestad. Kenseth looked like he was having a little trouble, lost his speed, and we got a yellow flag. So we're going to have a restart of this race. Not a complete restart, but they'll restart it from the last completed lap. As Steve Kenseth is sitting facing the wrong direction coming out of turn number 2. Got a little tap in the back fender there. It looked like he'd lost speed, and Randy Nottestad just kind of didn't have any choice, but kind of gave him a little bump there. So they're going to line them up: Mierendorf, Krieger, Oswald, Wilderman, Clark, and Grunberg. Let's see. Nottestad, the 82 car of Dubnica, Kenseth, and Reamer. I see Sonia Vanderhoof's dad down in the stands here in front of us. Coffee cup. Let's see if we can get a shot of him. He's walking away from us now, so there he goes. There's his back. He works on our pit crew during the races. And we're getting ready for the restart here. As the announcer here gets a warmer jacket to put on, the wind is a little chilly. Butch Mierendorf, who's led this race from the start, is on the inside with Gary Krieger, number 6. On the outside in the front row, Dave Oswald and Jim Wilderman. Second row, Clark and Nottestad in the third row. And here's the restart. Krieger makes an attempt to get in front of Mierendorf. And let's see, is he going to do it? No, Mierendorf holds him off so far. Butch Mierendorf fighting to hold on to the lead. He moved up from Road Warrior class towards the end of last year with that 09 car. Mierendorf takes the lead back from Krieger. Dave Oswald is moving, trying to fight for second now, right behind Mierendorf. Nottestad and Grunberg are bumping in there. There's a white line that's supposed to keep, you're supposed to stay in your own lane as you come through there. These guys must have forgotten some of that. Some of these guys have forgotten that over last year. Mierendorf still in the lead. Dave Oswald trying to move on the outside now. Oh, and we got a fender bender on the corner there with Kenseth, Nottestad, and Wilderman. So we got us another yellow flag. And that's twice now Steve Kenseth has been bumped in this race. So the wild and woolly world of auto racing here at Jefferson Speedway. Some of the boys over the winter just got a little anxious here today. There's a back fender on Dave Grunberg's car that the sheet metal's ripped out on, so somebody must have clipped him. And that nice red car, Randy Nottestad, the front fenders look kind of beat up already here. I'm going to line them up again. Now Mierendorf has got Oswald on his outside now to contend with. Second row is Krieger and Clark, Grunberg, and the 82 car of Dubnica. Let's see, Reamer, 32, and 98 of Steve Kenseth. 58 of Wilderman, and it looks like Mr. Nottestad is getting talked to on the back chute over there by one of the track officials about something. And here we're going to have the next restart. Got to be getting close to the end of it. Mr. Rodiger tells him one more time around. Here they come out of turn 4, and it's a restart. And Oswald is about half a car length ahead of Mirendorf. Dave Oswald takes the lead away from Butch Mirendorf. It's Oswald, Mirendorf, and then Krieger. Dave Grunberg is moving up there, trying to get by. He gets by Clark. Now Grunberg goes to the outside. He's going to go by Krieger, it looks like. As Dave Oswald is building himself a real nice lead. Grunberg takes third away from Krieger. And we got the white flag coming on this lap. Dave Oswald gets the white flag. Yeah, it looks like Dave is going to coast home to this one. As the Wizard makes one, Dave Grunberg second, Mirendorf third. Fourth to Krieger, fifth to Kenseth, sixth to Nottestad. So the second qualifier is won finally by number 31, Dave the Wizard Oswald from Waterloo. And we'll be back.
Comes down through the photograph off the figure out. How about a nice hand to Waterloo, Dave Oswald. The Wizards are calling.
Are we rolling? The next late model qualifier is on the track. We got Brian Gursky in the 54, the 71 of John Overdahl. The 97 of Jim Jarlsberg. The 16 of Russ Grossen. The 15 of Larry Probst. The 2 of Dave the Bear Bearwolf. The 15 of Brian Bowden. The 9 of Mike Rude, 44 of Roger Belkey, and the 14 of fast qualifier Dick Perdot. And the flag is green as Overdahl jumps out in the lead. He just shot out of there like a cannon. Oh, and Rude was sideways, but he straightened it out. John Overdahl in number 71. Leads this race. The 16 of Russ Grossen moving up fast in the number 3 spot, though. Overdahl seems to be building on his lead at this point. Brian Gursky running second. Jim Jarlsberg in 97 is right on his tailpipe. Oh, it's a lime green and purple is that Jarlsberg's car. Ovidal still leading. Gursky second, Jarlsberg third. The Beowulf is moving up. But he's kind of boxed in. He's got nowhere to go. Ovidal still with about a 2-car length lead. Then they're starting to spread out a little bit. John Ovidal in the 71 car, still your leader. Ovidal, Gursky, Jarlsberg, and Grossen. Ovidal still hanging on to his lead over Gursky. Ovidal and Gursky. John Ovidal hanging on to his lead. They have not changed positions. No major changes. Still Ovidal. Here comes the white flag for your leader. The 71 car of John Ovidal. Now Jarlsberg is making a little challenge for second. And it looks like he's going to get it. The winner is Ovidal, Jarlsberg, and Gursky, with Beowulf finishing fourth. So the third late model qualifier is won by number 71, John Ovidal. Comes John in the blue and white 71 car.
Here we go. Number 71 car, Johnson Stick driver, John Ovidal.
Yeah, there comes your winner, Ovidal.
Nice big hand for Johnson Creek, John Ovidal. The man ran real strong last year. And someone at the beginning was a very good
Yeah, we're ready with the Road Warrior qualifiers. We got Al Weisoff, Dave Jernigan. Let's see, number 13 of Moreland, the J5 of Jeff Johnson. 77 of Mike Eddy. The 81 of, let's see, 81, the white 81 is Eric Ziegler. 91 of Norm Nelson, 26 of Scott Chico Riedner, and the 17 of Wayne Whitford. And let's check that number 90, who that is. Number 90. Another one not on my list. Off, jumps out into the lead. And coming up the middle is number 13, Moreland. Now he goes to the outside. Al Weisoff with Jeff Johnson and J5 running second. Norm Nelson in 91 third. Chico Riedner and Wayne Whitford moving up on the inside. Oh, to the outside goes Nelson, 91. Weisoff slowing the pack down a little bit as Norm Nelson moves around Weisoff. And it's Weisoff and Nelson battling for first. Johnson running third. Whitford fourth. Chico Riedner is kind of stuck behind the traffic on the inside. Norm Nelson out in front by about 3 car lengths now, but here comes Wayne Whitford. Nelson in the lead. Wayne Whitford running second. Chico Riedner now in third. What a battle last year Whitford and Riedner had all year. Now Riedner moving on the inside of Whitford, trying to get second away from him. Whitford and Riedner battling for second. Norm Nelson in first. Oh, Riedner kind of bumps into the bumper as Nelson slowed way down. It's a white flag. Norm Nelson the leader. Wayne Whitford now moving on the outside of Nelson. Riedner's boxed in behind him and can't get around him. And it's going to be close at the finish here. And the winner is, whoa, I can't call that one. I couldn't call that one from my location. We'll see who they give it to. That was close. Between Nelson and Whitford, Riedner finished third. That much I know.
Good racing at Road Warrior qualifier.
Well, they're both sitting down here, and the flagman don't know who to give it to. He's waiting for an official word from the official judges. And they're going to give it to Norm Nelson by about a hood ornament.
That was close.
He won that one, not by more than the point on his bumper. So Norm Nelson wins first Road Warrior qualifier. And here's the next Road Warrior qualifier. Ken Brumell in number 40 on the outside. Number 94, Jerry Cradlewill. Number 2 of Perry Kaiser. 57 of Storkson. 19 is Jim Zachow. Number 9, Todd Goldade. 52, Leonard Reimer Jr. 68 of Ken Olson. Which Olson is 68? 33 of Terry Biddick, the 37 of Jason Schuler in the back row. And it's a green flag as Cradlewill in 94 takes the lead. Brumell was a winner last week. Oh, coming up the middle there. Got some action with Goldade on Brumell's fender. Zachow bumps into Storkson. But your leader is still Cradlewill. And they're bunching up in there. Olson on the outside trying to make a move. They're coming 3 abreast. And they survive. Cradlewill being challenged by Brumell, but Brumell went a little wide. Cradlewill 94, let's watch him in the corner. Perry Kieser up there. And Goldade had a little sideways action, but pulled out of it. Perry Kieser making a move on Cradlewill. Storkson is right up there too. Oh, Storkson just plows into the back of Cradlewill. Storkson bumps him again in the corner. Storkson on the infield. And your leader is Perry Kieser. The number 2 car, Leonard Reimer Jr. now battling in there, takes over second place. Zachow is bumping people in there. Whoa, Goldade sideways and spins off the wall. Does a 360. And looks like he's going to get going, so there'll be no yellow. Oops, maybe not. No, there's a yellow flag. He didn't get out of the way in time. And we're going to have a restart. And we'll be back with the restart in a moment. That's what this is. And here we get ready for the restarts. Perry Kieser, Leonard Reimer Jr. in the front row. Cradlewill and Zachow. Olson and Schuler. Biddick and Storkson. Brumell and Goldade. And let's see if we can get this thing restarted and finished here. It's opening Sunday of racing here at Wisconsin's action track, Jefferson Speedway. And the flagman says one more time around. This is KSUN 12, your community access in Sun Prairie. Hoping you're enjoying the racing action. On the restart, Kieser and Reimer lead them into turn number 3. And here they come out of 4, and the flag is go. It's a restart. Keyser and Reimer Jr. Racing Jason Schuler takes over third. Reimer Jr. in the lead now as he overtakes Keyser. With Jason Schuler right behind him. Reimer Jr. gets the white flag. And here they come out of 3. Out of 4, it's Reimer Jr., Schuler, Keyser, Zachow, Olson, Biddick, Storkson, Cradwell, Brumel, and Goldade. So your winner is Leonard Reimer Jr. Number 52. Leonard Reimer Jr. from Janesville, Wisconsin. And we just switched camera people now. We got Jammin' Jim Remzik gonna tape this race.
Daughter Tiffany King, number 488. How about a big hand for Janesville driver Leonard Reimer Jr.
Move that thing out so you can see it.
Qualifier number 3 for the Road Warriors. Let's see who we got. In the front row, we got the 101 of Al Giese. 15 of Bruce Havel on the outside. 42, I don't have a name on him. Dave Qualley, 67 on the outside. J10 of Jim Williams. Frank Ward. Tony Gust. Don Police, Rick Coppernall, and the 02 car of Mike Hyman. And Giese and Havel fighting for the lead right now. Qualley running, well, battling for third. Giese's out in front. Al Giese with Bruce Havel right behind him. Dave Qualley goes to the outside. Qualley in the number 67 car moving on the outside now. And looks like he may overtake Giese on this next lap. Bruce Havel running right on the bumper of Al Giese. It's Giese and Havel, or Giese and Qualley. Havel moving on the inside of Giese, now backs off. Giese bumps into Qualley. Qualley takes the lead. Dave Qualley in 67. Frank Ward moving on the outside. Bruce Havel tried to go inside on Giese again. Couldn't quite do it. And Frank Ward almost sideways, but pulled it out. Havel right on Giese's bumper. Your leader is Dave Qualley. Second, Frank Ward. Third, Rick Coppernall now. Dave Qualley building a lead. Rick Coppernall going to try to catch him once he gets around Ward. the white flag to Dave Qualley. Havel right on Geezy's bumper. There's your winner, Dave Qualley. Second place goes to Frank Ward. Third to Rick Coppernall. Fourth to Geezy. Fifth to Havel. And the rest. So the third qualifier goes to number 67, Dave Qualley. As Dave takes his victory lap. Up next is a Star Truck qualifier, or heat race, I guess we'll call that. Star Truck's coming out. Number 52 will be Tommy Gregg on the outside. Tommy's moving up from Road Warrior to late model, I heard this year, but late model must not be right. Number 2, BJ Schumacher on the inside. Rick Coppernall in number 7. As soon as he gets out of his Road Warrior car, he was just in the last race, I believe. So he's going to have to make a mad dash from his car to his truck, which he did. And 77 of Rich McEwen. And the 76, the Sun Prairie truck of John Ellis. So we got 5 trucks in the race. The number 22 truck, Kurt Peterman, will also be in this race, I guess. As soon as they get him out here. They probably would have had the one of Eric Byler into, but during the time trials, Eric Byler kind of hit the wall. Well, maybe 22 doesn't want to race with these guys. He says, well, I don't know if I can handle that. I think he died on the pit area down there. Going to be Schumacher and Gregg up front. Well, they're giving him a chance here, as we're under the yellow flag right now. Well, let's see if number 22, Kurt Peterman, is going to come out this time. One more time, the flagman says the truck is stalled on the pit entrance. And don't look like he's going to join them. And the flag is green. And now Peterman says, now I'll come out. As Tommy Gregg jumps out in front. McEwen in second, Coppernall running third. And Eric Ellis moving up on the inside, passes BJ Schumacher. Now he's going to overtake Coppernall. McEwen up challenging Tommy Gregg. Tommy Gregg in the inside, hit the inside dirt. And it's McEwen, Gregg, and Ellis. Oh, Gregg's a little sideways on the track. Of course, we used to see him go around with his Road Warrior car sideways. McEwen in first, Ellis now in second. Ellis tries to cut inside. Oh, and we got Rick Coppernall spinning on the inside. Here comes Ellis trying to make a move on McCune. John Ellis takes over first place from Rich McCune. John Ellis has got that yellow 76 truck just flying around the track today. John Ellis running in the lead. Ellis in front. Oh, cuts inside of Coppernall. Gonna lap him. And he's up on Peterman. Ellis goes by Peterman. Whoa, Peterman sideways, but pulled it out. Yeah, we were gonna have the white flag this time around. McCune can't get around Peterman. Peterman is kind of running sideways out there, but there's the white flag to John Ellis. Now Tommy Gregg is going to try to get around the outside of McCune for second place. And there's a checkered flag to John Ellis of Sun Prairie, and we got us a little fender bend in there. As second place goes to Rich McCune, third to Tommy Gregg. And your guess is as good as mine. Who's fourth? Oh, Schumacher's in fourth, I guess. But John Ellis from Sun Prairie, the yellow 76 truck, takes the heat race. First Star Truck event is history here for this 1989 season. And I do believe we're at a point of intermission. So stay tuned, racing fans, and we'll be back with more action from Wisconsin's action track, Jefferson Speedway. And here we got the international class, last chance race. We've got Ben Halleck, number 16. I finally got the name and number right. Number 19, Jeff Bergman. And number 11 of Joe Hicks, the 07, I think that's, or is that 77? That's 77 of Waters Sr. The 24 of Neerland, 43 of Scott Johnson, 53 of Joel Sorensen, the 4 of Bill Morrison, the 86 of Bernie Vanderhoof, and the 99 of Sonia Vanderhoof. Top 4 cars in this race go to the feature in the last chance event, and the flag is green. Waters jumps in there and is taken out by number 16, Halleck, as Waters cut in front of Halleck. And let's see if we're going to have a yellow. Looks like it's going to be a yellow flag. Yep, so we're going to have a complete restart. Well, the 77 of Waters seemed to cut in front of Halleck in 16, and there just wasn't quite enough space. Let's see what they're going to line them up here. Looks like they're going to send Halleck to the back, saying he caused it. And they're going to send Waters to the back. So that puts Jeff Bergman on the pole, Joe Hicks on the outside. The 43 of Scott Johnson, second row inside, 24 of Neerland outside. The 4 of Bill Morrison, inside third row. The 53 of Sorensen on the outside. Vanderhoof Sonia, 99 inside fourth row. Outside, Uncle Bernie. And then at the back will be the two that were involved in that little tangle there. 77 of Waters Sr. and 16 of Ben Halleck. So one time around now as we have a restart.
Blackhawk driving into a margin of 16 of Ben Halleck.
And here they come out of turn 4 for the green flag. And Bergman and Hicks hanging in there. Johnson bumps into the back end of Hicks, or Bergman. Bergman's on the infield. Oh, and there's a spin as Johnson and Bergman are both on the infield. Now Bergman comes out. Johnson trying to get his car started. And he does, as Joe Hicks is your leader in number 11. Second place is Joel Sorensen. Third, Rick Neerlin. Fourth, Morrison. Joe Hicks being challenged by Sorensen. And it's Hicks and Sorensen still battling for first. Is your leader. Hicks running second. Waters Sr. running third. Sonia Vanderhoof now in fourth. As Rick Neerlin pulls off the track. Oh, Sorensen got a little wide there and almost kissed the wall. Sonia Vanderhoof now trying to move into that number 3 spot. She's up behind Joe Hicks. Bergman and Johnson are on the infield again. Sonia Vanderhoof moving on the inside of Hicks, trying to get second place. And looks like she's got second. But Sorensen is a good half a track ahead almost. Vanderhoof trying to get around Bergman, and she does. Sorensen with a half-track lead over Vanderhoof. And they're starting to spread out a bit now. Sorensen is your leader. Sonia Vanderhoof second, Joe Hicks third. There's the white flag coming to your leader, number 53, Joel Sorensen. Sonia Vanderhoof in second. Joe Hicks third, being challenged by Waters Sr. now. And there's a checkered flag to Joel Sorensen. Second place, Sonia. And third is going to go to Joe Hicks. Waters Sr. fourth. So those are the 4 that'll be moving into the feature. Sorensen, Vanderhoof, Hicks, and Waters Sr. We'll be back.
Runs up at
hear the sounds of the Boya bird. Boy, 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 is it cold up here. Late model last chance action with Al Papini up in front with Terry Sauer, Bruce Clark, Russ Grossen, Leroy Grunner Jr., 32 of Keith Reamer, the 76 of Pete Moore, who had some problems with his steering in the first race, 58 of Jim Wilderman, the 5 of Bob Poss, 15 of Larry Probst, the 4 of Gary Klamorowski, the 9 of Mike Rood, and the 11 of Randy Nottestad. And also the 15 of Brian Bowden. Anybody else coming out? Looks like the 83 car of Roger Longstaff. Well, right now there's 14 cars set for this race. If Longstaff comes out, that'll be 15. And here he comes, Roger Longstaff. One more lap, Mr. Rodiger tells him. Terry Sauer on the pole. That's not a bad spot to be sitting. Terry's got the car that could do it this race if he gets that big jump. Here they come around. Sauer and Papini lead them in, and it's green. Whoa, and there's a spin by Mike Rood, who's nosed by Randy Nottestad. And it looks like Rood is going to sit there, and we got us a yellow. And hopefully everybody saw it. So we'll have a complete restart. I didn't catch what happened there. But Mike Rood got spun around somehow. Whether he did it himself or had a little help, we don't know. And Randy Nottestad kind of nicked him a little after the spin, which happens a lot of times. If the car ahead of you spins and your reaction, you don't have the time to react, that'll happen. So let's see, are we going to restart him completely? Got Sauer and Papini. Clark and Grossen. Third row is Leroy Grunner Jr. and Jim Wilderman. Keith Reamer and Larry Probst. Pete Moore in 76. And Randy Nottestad. Bob Poss. And Mike Rood. Brian Bowden. Roger Longstaff. And in the back, Gary Klamorowski, number 4. Cars, and I believe the top 6 move to the feature. Sauer and Papini lead them around again. Both getting a little anxious, and the flag is green. Terry Sauer takes an early lead. Papini moves fast on the outside. Papini in second, Clark running third. Now Clark takes second. It's Sauer and Clark. Yeah, a little fender bumping on turn number 3. Sauer running in first. Clark, Leroy Gronert Jr. running third. Keith Reamer from Marshall in the number 4 spot right now. And Al Papini went real wide. Terry Sauer starting to build on his lead over Bruce Clark. Terry Sauer still in the lead. Nobody's really challenging Terry. Pete Moore trying to move on the outside now. He's back in about 6th spot. Sauer, Bruce Clark, Leroy Gronert Jr. running 1, 2, 3. Keith Reamer 4th. 5th is Grossen. And that important 6th spot is battled between Bob Poss and Pete Moore right now. Remember, the top 6 finishers go to the feature. Sauer not being challenged at all right now. Battle still going on is for that number 6 spot. Now Leroy Gronert Jr. is up on the back bumper of Bruce Clark. Moore now at number 5 spot, Russ Grossen in 6th. Bob Poss moving up, trying to take 6th away from Grossen. And Terry Sauer, the leader, is approaching the last car, but and the flag man's getting the blue and yellow flag out, which means to move over. Somebody wants to pass you. Around Longstaff. Terry Sauer still in the lead. Drive that yellow and white car home to victory here. 2nd place, Bruce Clark. 3rd goes to Leroy Gronert Jr. Still a battle for 6th spot. Terry Sauer the leader. Leroy Gronert Jr. in 2nd. Bruce Clark 3rd. Pete Moore running 4th. Keith Reamer in 5th. And the number 6 spot, that last spot for going into the feature, is Grossen and Poss battling for it right now. Sauer, Grunnert, Moore, Clark. Now Bob Poss is up, challenging Clark. We should be winding this race down pretty soon, I would think. Terry Sauer trying to lap the last car. There was the white flag. Here comes the checkered flag. Here's the white flag to Terry Sauer. Leroy Grunnert Jr. right on his bumper. As they come out of turn 4, it's Terry Sauer, Leroy Grunnert, Pete Moore, Bob Poss, Randy Nottestad, Brian Foden. So the winner of the late model Last Chance is Terry Sauer from Waterloo. We'll be back. Enough tape left yet? There's a couple Road Warrior races. There's 3 features and a Star Truck feature. On this one. Is this the Last Chance? I thought the other one was the last. This is the feature. They have that yet. No, they haven't had that yet. This was the international feature. And here we have the feature event for the international class. Mike Dolphin, J.R. Remsick in the front row. Mike Wolf and number 17 Bingham in the second row. Orv Rudy, number 5. Let's go down the inside. 22 Craig Lund, 62 Scott Null, 75 of Steve Hoff, the 14 of Scott Nottestad, 77 of Waters Sr., the 99 of Vanderhoof, Sonia. And on the outside is the 07 of Billy Waters. And there's the start, 2 of Todd Otis. And it's Remsick and Dolphin battling right now for the lead. And let's watch him in the corner. And there goes Orv Rudy up the inside of Dolphin. Martoni working through there, slams into Waters. And Orv Rudy takes the lead with Bingham second and Dolphin running third. Whoa, and there's Waters, goes sideways and slams into Martoni, but they all keep going. It just divided the pack in half that time. Orv Rudy at number 5. Craig Lund breaks through now. and J.R. Remzick. Orv Rudy building a lead. Craig Lund in second. Orv Rudy in number 5 running first. Second place Craig Lund. Third Bingham. Fourth is Scott Null. The leader. Craig Lund closing that lead. Now Craig Lund catching up to Orv Rudy. Trying Rudy on the outside. Craig Lund is going to take the lead here on turn 4. And he does. Craig Lund moving out now, building a lead over Orv Rudy. Oh, and Orv Rudy pulls out on the outside, and Vanderhoof spins, and we got a yellow flag. And 53 of Sorensen is really smoking. It almost looks like Rudy blew, so there's fluid on the track. I'm not sure if that's from Rudy or if that's from Sorensen, but we're going to have a restart in a little bit, and we'll be back with that. Kevin, they're going to be a while. They got to get the oil dry down. And we're ready for the restart. We've got 13 out of the 15 cars, and Craig Lund and Steve Hoff will be in the front row with Bingham and Null in the second row, Dolphin and Wolf, Remzick and Waters. Vanderhoof and Waters, Nottestad, Hicks, and Todd Otis, number 2 car in the back. And here they come, and it's a restart. Lund lunges ahead. Vanderhoof goes inside of Waters. Waters is pulling out. They had some car trouble. Bingham in the inside. And there's a spin on this corner with Null and Hoff. And I think we're going to have another yellow flag, as we got cars sitting all over the racetrack here. Scott Null is sitting on one corner, and Bingham is sitting on the other corner. Just a friendly Sunday afternoon on the highway. Billy Waters comes back out. Yeah, it looks like Bingham is stuck down there. He's going to need a little help getting out of the infield. as it says on the back of his car, gone fishing. Which maybe he wished he would have today. He's going to get a little help from a big blue tow truck. And Bingham gets a little help off the track. And we're down to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cars. And they're going to line up this way. London Dolphin, Remzik and Wolf, Waters Sr. and Otis, Vanderhoof and Nottestad, Hicks and Billy Waters, Null and Hoff. And away we go. One more time around, hopefully. Looks like Billy Waters is not going to join us in this race. Pulls off the track. We're down to 11 cars. And Dolphin and Lund lead them around. And it's a green flag restart. Lund jumps out in front, Dolphin right on him. Remzik running third. Mike Wolf coming up on the outside in the number 1 car. Dolphin chasing him. Lund, Dolphin, and Wolf and Remzik are battling for third. Some action on the front straightaway as Wolf slams into Waters. The Waters Sr. pulled out of it. Now Null tries moving on the inside of Wolf. Craig Lund has a comfortable lead with Dolphin second, Remzik third. White flag to Craig Lund. And here comes Craig Lund for the checkered flag. Second place goes to Dolphin. Third to J.R. Remzik. Fourth to Waters Sr. Fifth to Otis. Sixth to Vanderhoof. So the feature event here is won by Craig Lund, number 22. Which?
Yeah, done good. Number 22. Craig Lund. We have half of the team up there.
So, get a tape from down there.
I got one set
Oh,
up already.
never mind, never mind. 50 laps. a big, big opening day 50-lap feature late model event. We've got Dave Oswald, John Ovidall in the front row, Rick Nelson, Dave Grunberg, the second row. Third row, Jim Jarlsberg, Dwayne Deppie. Next row, Butch Mirendorf, Brian Gursky, Russ Schutte in the number 2 car. 6 of Gary Krieger, the 2 of Dave the Bear Bearwolf, the 8 of Matt Kenseth, the 98 of Steve Kenseth, 14 of Dick Perdot, the 3 of BJ Erickson, the 44 of Roger Belke, 15 of Brian Bowden, the 76 of Pete Moore, the 11 of Randy Nottestad, 5 of Bob Poss, 22 Leroy Grunner Jr., and number 13, Terry Sauer from Waterloo. 22 cars for 50 laps. And the flag is up, and it's a start. And Oswald and Ovidall fight for the lead. Oswald takes the lead. Rick Nelson moves into second place. Jarlsberg bumps Nelson. Oswald pulls out. And whoa, we got action on the straight, on the backstretch. Nottestad, Grunner, and Sauer all come to a screeching halt. Nottestad facing the wrong way, though. Dave Oswald had to pull into the middle. Not sure what happened with his car, but he was the leader. So action all over the place here. And so when they light them up, that you're looking at the car that's going to be in front, John Ovidall. Kind of by default on that one. As Dave Oswald just suddenly pulled into the infield. Something went wrong with the car. And on the outside is going to be the black 76 of Rick Nelson. The second row will have Grunberg in the 1 car. Jarlsberg in the 97. Butch Mirendorf, Dwayne Deppie. The 4th row, Russ Schutte inside position. And the 2, they got the 2 2s next to each other. Bearwolf and Schutte. And Gary Krieger, number 6 on the inside. 98 of Steve Kenseth. Dick Perdot in the 14 with Matt Kenseth outside of him. Brian Gursky then on the inside. And let's see. Belke behind Gursky. BJ Erickson up next to Gursky. The blue 76 of Pete Moore next to Belke. Then the 5 of Bob Poss. And let's see. 13 of Sauer. And in the back will be Leroy Grunner Jr. to be joined by Randy Nottestad, number 11. Exciting action from Wisconsin's action track, Jefferson Speedway. On a sunny but cool Sunday afternoon in April. There comes Brian Bowden back out. So Bowden will join the pack at the rear. Dave Oswald, it looks like he's gonna fall in at the rear too. No, Dave is gonna leave the track. So it's gonna be Ovidall and Nelson up in front. come out of turn 4 on the restart. Nelson jumps out in front of Ovidal. And Brian Gursky slows way down, causes a bunch of problems. But Rick Nelson with Jim Jarlsberg now moving on the outside Ovidal, as well as Dave Grunberg. Nelson out of Madison, running first. Mierendorf cutting on the inside Ovidal. Look out! As they bang fenders on turn 4. Nelson, Jarlsberg, and Grunberg. Nelson comes out of turn 4 with about a 1-car length lead. Oh, and Russ Schutte hits the back end of Butch Mierendorf and slows Mierendorf down a bit. There's your 3 leaders. Nelson, Jarlsberg, and Grunberg. Then we got a tangle on the back corner, number 3. We got Butch Mierendorf up on top of Brian Bowden. And Randy Nottestad again was in a tangle up there. Mierendorf is sitting on 2 wheels right now. Well, there is a problem in that corner because that track is real wide, and then all of a sudden it narrows into the corner back there. And if you're trying to come up on the inside of somebody, a lot of times you run out of track real fast. Mierendorf seems to have had his problems today. And we'll be back with a restart after this. ready for the restart of this 50-lap main event for the late models. They have 9 laps down and 41 to go. And they're going to line up this way. Oh, Terry Sauer pulls off now. They're going to line up this way. Rick Nelson, Jarlsberg, Grunberg, Schutte, Perdot, Krieger, Ovidal, Matt Kenseth, B.J. Erickson, Dwayne Deppie, the Bearwolf. And here we go with the start. Or the restart, I should say. And Jarlsberg starts to get around Nelson. Not very successful that time. Nelson and Jarlsberg running wheel to wheel. Grunberg right up there also. Whoa, we got a spin on the front straightaway. It's Ovidal, and Pete Moore went over the embankment in the middle. So we have another yellow flag as John Ovidal looks at the traffic coming at him. And we'll be back with another restart in a moment. Coming around for getting ready for the next restart. I think we got in a couple more laps that time. Pete Moore and Jarlsberg still up front with Grunberg and Schutte, Perdot and Krieger, Erickson and Bearwolf, Kenseth and Kenseth, Deppie and Pete Moore, Belke, Post, Bowden, Leroy Grunner Jr., Gursky, and Terry Sauer, who came back out, so he's about at least 1 lap down. Here they come into 3 and out of 4, and the flag again is green. And Jarlsberg gets around Nelson this time. Takes the lead. Second is Rick Nelson. Third, Dave Grunberg with Russ Schutte on the outside in the number 2 car. Whoa, Jarlsberg went a little sideways. Nelson almost had a chance to go around him. Nelson right on his bumper. It's Jarlsberg, Nelson, and Grunberg. about a 2-car lead now over Nelson. But Dave Grunberg coming on the outside of Rick Nelson. Grunberg gonna go for second here. Dave Grunberg out of Madison. Grunberg takes over second place from Rick Nelson. And right on Grunberg's back tail is Dick Turdeau, the fast qualifier. As Turdeau is ready to go around Nelson. Up there on the outside of Jarlsberg. Now he tries cutting inside. Oh, he bumps him, then goes outside. Playing a little bumper tag with him, it looks like. Now Turdeau moving up there to make it a 3-car race for first. Grunberg going to try the outside again. Went a little too far outside that time. Jarlsberg holds him off. Now Turdeau trying moving on the inside of Grunberg. Jarlsberg building a lead now on Grunberg. And your leaders are Jarlsberg, Grunberg, and Turdeau. They're starting to separate themselves from the number 4 car by about half the track. And now they're starting to catch up with the last place cars. Butch Mirendorf and Brian Gursky. Jarlsberg trying to get around Mirendorf. Dave Grunberg right there with him. Grunberg slams into the back end of Mirendorf. And Jarlsberg was able to pull out a little bit more on Grunberg. Moving on the outside. Black flag to Butch Mirendorf. Jarlsberg still holding on to the lead. Here comes Grunberg though. Grunberg trying on the outside of Jarlsberg. Couldn't do it, so now he falls back in line. Now he goes outside. Grunberg trying to make another move out of turn 4. Can't quite do it. Still Jarlsberg, Grunberg, and Perdot. Again, coming on the outside of Jarlsberg. Couldn't quite do it. Jarlsberg has that inside track, but they're coming up on Terry Sauer, the last place car right now. So they both go around the outside of Sauer. Now they're catching up to Gursky. Things could get a little hectic now, especially if they catch the back of the pack. Grunberg again trying to make a move on the outside, but Jarlsberg won't let him. Wheel off of Kenseth. Steve Kenseth lost the tire. And it's rolling in the infield as you see his tire. Now decides it wants to come back out on the track. And it dies just like the car did on the corner. And we got two cars down in front of us here, Beowulf and Belke. I think that's a result of swerving to avoid Steve Kenseth, but they kind of ran together, and I see steam coming out of Belke's car. So it means his radiator is probably done for. And we'll be back with another restart after this. And here we go with the restart. It looks like we've lost 8 cars out of this race. And one more time around, Mr. Rodiger says. Jarlsberg and Grunberg up in front. They've been having a battle for most of this race. And so far, Jarlsberg has won out. Third place is Dick Perdot. Terry Sauer, I believe, is at least a lap down. And it is the restart. Dave Grunberg still battling for that lead from Jarlsberg. Grunberg on the outside, Jarlsberg inside. Grunberg working to get an edge. He's got about a half a car lead right now. But here comes Jarlsberg. Oh, they cut that one a little close. Jarlsberg has a half a car lead now. White flag. And it's Jarlsberg at the white. Grunberg trying to push him around there. And it's going to be close, but it's going to be Jarlsberg first. Grunberg second, Perdot third, Nelson fourth. So Jim Jarlsberg drives his green 97 car to victory here for the 50-lap feature event on opening day at Jefferson Speedway. A real fine race he drove. As Dave Grunberg gives him the thumbs up signal, meaning good race, buddy. Most of these drivers are pretty good sportsmen. Winner of the 50-lap opening day feature event, Jim Jarlsberg. He's going to take another lap. He says, I deserve it. Oh, it was only a half a lap. Apparently he wanted the picture taken on this side of the car. And we're getting set for a Road Warrior event. I'm not sure if this is their last chance coming up. Well, as here they come. The number 92 car, which I don't believe I have a name for him. Number 80, who was black flagged before, Dave DeMott. The 32 car of John Dusler. The 82 car of Ed Wendt. The 98 of Jeff Prebush. The 16 car of Pete Lowe. 78 of Mark Miller. 86 car and the 25 of John Dusler. One more time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars. And here they come. And Mark in the 92 car takes the lead. That number 80 car is really smoking again. He got black flagged in the first race he was in. And that 92 car of Mark is out in the lead. He won the bonus heat, the first race of the day. A lot of smoke out there, but not a lot of action. Not a lot of position changing. Whoa, just as I say that, number 80 decides to go a little sideways, and they're going to black flag him a second time. And we got sideways cars in the corner, but they all pulled out of it. Pete Lowe now moves up into third. The 80 car did not see the black flag. It's causing a lot of problems out there. Now I think he realizes that he's black flagged again. And he pulls into the infield as your leader is Mark in the 92 car, followed by Pete Lowe in the 16. Last race, Pete had some bad luck. His hood flew up. In the 92 is running first. Black flagged. They black flagged the leader. Pete Lowe got stuck behind him. And number 42, the green 42, which I don't have a name on either, takes the lead. Oh, the green 42 is Bob Selsing. We do have a number on here, or name on him. So Selsing's in first, Pete Lowe in second, And the 86 car running third. Selsing, your leader. And here comes a white flag for Bob Selsing. Pete Lowe's in second. Third is the 86 car. And there's the checkered flag for Bob Selsing. Pete Lowe finishes second. And third is the 86 car. And we'll be back with more racing action after this.
He also worked with Johnny Moore. Bob, 25 years old, married to Connie. He has a son, Bobby, and this is his second year piloting the stock car. And he comes down the front. How about
You guys get back on it.
driver, Bob Selsing?
It's all right.
And the second Road Warrior Consi. Consolation if you're not familiar with terms. We've got number 84, Tim Wandish, in the front row, along with C4. I don't have a name on C4. And it's a green flag. 66 is Jim Jordan. 68, Jeff Reimer. And 59, I believe, is one of the Storksons. No, John Orvis. And the leader is 84. With C4 coming up fast on the outside. '84 still in the lead. Whoa, there's a couple sideways and a little three-way conference over there on the backstretch with number 4, Rick Shade, I believe. And who else we got in that? I can't tell. The hill is in the way, but looked like 59. And we're not sure. We'll be back with a restart after this.
We're gonna have enough commercials in this thing.
Oh, we don't have to put in a PSA. We don't have to do a commercial. We can just come back with the next race. Go to black and then... Last chance is the last chance to get into the feature.
Got most of that one.
Did you? Right on it.
I was running wide. Most of these races I run a little wider than I do.
Because there's more action. What I want to do is get a list of drivers with the numbers from 1 to, start with 1. A little hard on it. Was he just coming out now? Back to the action at Jefferson Speedway. As we're getting ready with a restart, we got number 84 and C4 up in the front. Returning to action at Jefferson Speedway here with a restart of the Road Warrior Consi number 2. Number 84 and C4 are going to bring them around. Here they come out of turn 4, and the flag is green. C4 going wide. 66 of Jim Jordan moving up on the inside. And 84 is in the lead. Jordan coming into hard on second. And it looks like the rubber is just burning right off of Jordan's tires. 89 of Chris Radicek moving up on the outside now. Leaders 84 with Jim Jordan in 66 running second. Radicek now in second on the outside. And 84 sideways, but pulls it out. And Radicek vying for the lead here. Takes over first. 84 running second. 84 a 1-dash. Radicek and 1-dash fighting for first. Now out of nowhere comes Jeff Reimer in 68 to take over the third spot. And 1-dash is still in the lead. Oh, his hood, it looks like it's ready to fly up. And 1-dash leading, Radicek second. Reimer running third. And now 1-dash loses the lead to Radicek. Radicek pulls ahead of 1-dash. Larry Jensen now moves into third. There's a white flag to Radicek. And looks like the winner is going to be Radicek unless something happens in turn 3 and 4. And there's Radicek, 1-dash, Jensen, Reimer, C4, and then Jordan in 66. So the Consi number 2 is won by number 89, Chris Radicek. Nice shiny, what, orange and white car? And we'll be back with the next Road Warrior event after this.
Got 2 cars going back to Road Warrior Media. Here it is, car number 89, General Monaco, Chris Radicek. I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry.
The next Road Warrior event has Cradlewill on the outside, Ray Hinton in 44 on the inside, Brumel, number 40, number 90. Well, number 90, good question. 13 of Moreland, the 9 of Goldade, the 42 with no name. The 57 of Storkson, the 77 of Eddie, the J10 of Johnson, J10 of Jim Williams, correction. 39 of Tony. Well, these boys think they're racing and the flag is yellow. Earth to Road Warriors, Earth to Road Warriors. Let's see if we can pick out who else is in there. Tony Gus, 34, 39, 9 of Todd Goldade, 57 of Storkson, 81 of Ziegler, 33 of Biddick. The 02 of Mike Hyman. And then falling in the back, working his way from the Consi to the last chance race, is Chris Radicek, number 89. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So this is the Road Warrior Last Chance event. Will and Hinton are going to bring them around. We're still under the yellow. I don't know if we're waiting for another car. Why are we under the yellow? Okay, flags are crossed. Mr. Rodiger says one more time, boys, and get it right this time. Hinton and Cradwell gonna bring them out of turn 3 into 4. The flag is green. And they go hard into turns 1 and 2. Your leader is Ray Hinton. Look out, here they come, 3 abreast into the corner. And everyone is a survivor on that one. Goldade way wide. They're coming 4 abreast on this corner. And there's Storkson sideways, slams into Ziegler, and they're still going. Storkson is gonna have to pull off, his tire is bent. And your leader is Ken Brumell now, number 40. And now Moreland is going to overtake the lead from Brumell. So it's Moreland, Brumell, Hinton, Eddy. Mike Eddy in 77 moving up on the inside of Hinton now for 3rd spot. There's your leader, Kevin Moreland. Ken Brumell 2nd. Kevin Moreland building himself a lead. Mike Eddy trying to get around Brumell for 2nd. It's Moreland, Brumell, and Eddy. Eddy around the outside of Brumell now. And Mike Eddy is taking 2nd place away from Ken Brumell. Moving up fast on the outside in the number 4 spot is Terry Biddick. Moreland having a real nice 4th of the track lead right now. Oh, Eric Ziegler almost lost it on the corner. Moreland first, Eddy 2nd, Terry Biddick challenging Eddy now. Biddick and Eddy battling for 2nd spot. Mike Eddy holding off Terry Biddick. Biddick in Tommy Gregg's old car. Now Biddick is going to go around Eddy on the outside. First is Kevin Moreland in number 13. Second, Terry Biddick in 33. Third is Mike Eddy in the 77 car. There's the white flag of Moreland. Terry Biddick making his last-ditch effort. But can he do it? Is there enough track left? He's coming into turn 3 real close. And the winner is going to be Moreland. Biddick. Eddy finishes third, Goldade fourth. So the last chance race is won by Kevin Moreland in the number 13 car. Kevin Moreland from Waterloo, Wisconsin. And he will move into the feature. But first, out of the pit area and into your hearts, come Star Trucks. One of the feature attractions at Jefferson Speedway here. Not too many tracks race pickup trucks. This is the second year for these events. And let's see who we got. Of course, we know Eric Byler won't be out there. He smucked the wall in the tryouts. 52, Tommy Gregg. 77, and Rich McCune. The 7 of Rick Coppernall. 2 of B.J. Erickson. 22 of Kurt Peterman. And the 76 of John Ellis from Sun Prairie. B.J. Erickson is out of the race already. No, B.J. Last year that was the mud bog. You can't go through there this year. Or not B.J. Erickson, B.J. Schumacher. And Schumacher, last year they had a mud bog there in that part of the infield, and they drove four-wheelers through it. But
Number 7, Rick Coppernall on the pole.
on the pole is Coppernall. Tommy Gregg on the outside. No, they're going to switch them. Tommy Gregg on the inside, Coppernall on the outside now. They'll make up my mind yet. John Ellis was running real good earlier today. He had fast time and he won the heat race. I noticed the bed in the truck Rick Coppernall is driving has no floorboards in it. Must be a ploy to make it go faster. And one more time around. There's 5 pick-em-up trucks here in this event. I guess we'd have to give the edge to 76 or 77. They're both pretty close. And it's a green flag as Coppernall jumps out in front. And 76 Ellis is running second. Ellis seems to have the power in that truck this year. Found a nice groove that he likes. He's got Coppernall on the inside. He goes around him. So it's Ellis, Coppernall, Gregg, and McCune coming up on the inside of Tommy Gregg now. John Ellis pulling away. Rich McCune trapped in behind Rick Coppernall in the 7 truck. John Ellis building his lead. as Greg and Coppernall are running bumper to bumper. Tommy Gregg now takes over second. Third is Coppernall, fourth is McCune. McCune trying to go around Coppernall. There's your leader, John Ellis, 76. He's got about almost a straightaway length lead. John Ellis still in the lead. Tommy Gregg running second. Rich McCune in third. And Coppernall running fourth. Tommy Gregg a little sideways on the corner and pulled it out. Coppernall really burning around the track now, trying to make up lost ground. There's a white flag to John Ellis. Tommy Gregg running second. McCune third. Coppernall fourth. And in fifth is Kurt Peterman. Whoa, there goes Coppernall. He loses it all the way around. John Ellis gets the checkered flag. Second goes to Gregg. And third, Rich McCune. And fourth is going to be Kurt Peterman as Rick Coppernall makes a hasty exit. From Sun Prairie, the 76 school bus yellow truck of John Ellis takes home the feature event here for the Star Trucks. This is warm-up session for, this is an invitational this weekend, so the points start counting next Saturday night. That even sounds cold. Final event of the night, or day, depending on what you're looking at it. The Road Warrior feature event. 18 cars for 2 million laps. No. Let's see, we got Al Weisoff up front with Al Giese on the outside. Perry Kieser, Bruce Havel, J5 of Jeff Johnson, 67 of Dave Qualley, 52 of Leonard Reimer Jr., 91 of Norm Nelson, the 19 of Jim Zachow, the 3 of Frank Ward, 68 of Ken Olson, 17 of Wayne Whitford, the 7 of Rick Coppernall. No wonder he left with the truck so fast. The 26 of Scott Chico Riedner, 37 of Jason Schuler, the 11 of Don Pleece, 33 of Terry Biddick, and the 13 of Kevin Moreland. And here they come out of turn 4, and it's a go. Weisoff jumps out in the lead. And let's watch him going into turn number 3. And there's Wayne Whitford goes sideways, Coppernall sideways. Jason Schuler, and we're going to have a yellow flag. They couldn't even complete one lap here in this race. So we line them up again and restart them. I believe the rule says all cars must complete the lap, or we have a complete restart. Unless there's a little flagrant violation in there, which I believe we saw earlier in one of the races. So they're going to try to bunch them up again. A fair-sized crowd out here for the opening day. Weisoff and Al Giese will line them up. And Copperdall and Schuler will go to the back.
Running or taking the flag at 17, Wayne Whitford.
And Whitford moves back there with Moreland. 1 minute time, saith the flagman. KSUN 12, your Sun Prairie Cable Access station, bringing you action from Jefferson Speedway. And here they come. Giese and Weisoff bring them around, and it's a go. Weisoff takes the early lead with Perry Kieser running second. Well, they survived the lap. Some of these boys are real hard chargers. And Al Weisoff from Columbus is the leader. Let's watch the action in turn 4. Oh, everybody made it through. Weisoff followed by Kieser. Bruce Havel running third. Dave Qualley moving up now, battling for third with Havel. Being pestered by Kieser now. Kieser trying to move in the inside of Weisoff without much success that time. And Frank Ward hits the wall. Chico Riedner goes in there, and so does Police, and Jason Schuler smacks into the back of him, and we got cars all over the place and another yellow flag. That's going to put Chico out, it looks like. Frank Ward's car looks like it's kind of like a C shape out there for looking at it from behind. Well, he started it. He ended up into the bouncing off the wall, and the others just kind of caromed in. Chico's pulling his fender out. See if we get a shot of that in the infield there. And he's back in his car. I'm not sure on the rule on that, if you can get out of your car and pull your fender out. Well, we got most of the cars still left in the race. And I don't know if they're going to let Riedner back out there, or maybe his car won't start. Oh, he's moving it. It was kind of like a chain reaction. Well, his car looked good for about a week. Well, let's see. We're going to have Weisoff and Kieser, I believe, in the first row, with Qualley and Havel in the second row. Johnson and can't see the number on that car. Reimer Jr., Olson, Biddick. Yep. Kieser, they're trying to get his car started. Here comes Frank Ward, whose car is looking a little harder for wear than it did before the race started. There's the C-shaped car. Leans to the one side a little bit. Not by design, I don't believe. And the second place car doesn't seem to want to cooperate very much with the driver here. It doesn't want to start. Quiet running engine. Well, I guess number 2, Perry Kieser, decides to hang it up as the crowd sings na 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 hey hey goodbye to him. So that'll move Dave Qualley up into that number 2 spot, I believe. Yeah, and put Havel on the inside, Johnson on the outside. Norm Nelson in 91, third row inside. Reimer Jr., third row outside. Jim Zacco, fourth row inside. Olson on the outside. Biddick on the inside. Moreland on the outside. Whitford inside. Schuler outside. Number 11, a Police. He decides to leave the track. 3, a Ward. 101, a Giese. And 26, a Riedner. A little more modified on that right front fender now. Well, we lost 3 cars in that melee. And I'm sure they're going to take at least one more time around. And I would be willing to bet we're going to go more than once around here. Their flag is yellow.
Right now, you're not going to see any better Road Warrior racing anywhere. We got Tony laps for Road Warrior weekend to go.
And we're ready for the restart. We've got Weisoff and Qualley up front, Havel and Johnson, Nelson and Reimer Jr., Zacco and Olson, Biddick and Moreland, Giese and Schuler, Riedner and Whitford, and Frank Ward bringing up the tail end. And the flag goes green. As Qualley gets around the outside of Weisoff. Oh, watch what happens here. Nelson trying to get inside. And, well, everybody survived. It's a miracle. The leader is Qualley. Second place, Weisoff. Whoa, we got some action down in turn 3, but everybody pulled out of it. J5 car was getting banged around in there. And your leader, Dave Qualley, second place, Weisoff. Qualley building a lead. Oh, Havel slams into Norm Nelson. Qualley in the lead. second, Nelson third, Havel running fourth. It's going to be tough to catch Dave Qualley. The battle right now is for that second spot. Weisoff holding off Nelson. Whoa, there goes Reimer Jr. straight on into the wall. Bruce Havel's on the infield. Kevin Moreland's infield. And we got another yellow flag here. Leonard Reimer kind of tapped the wall down on that corner. And he's going to take her into the pits. Havel is, I don't know if he's steaming or smoking. He's a little hot right now, though. He's got a few words for Mr. Rodiger down here. Yeah, it looks like there's steam coming out of his radiator. Bruce Havel from Cottage Grove. And we'll be back with a restart. A little perturbed, wasn't he? See if he goes after him. See if he goes after him.
A little water out of that radiator. We're going to pull that back into the pit.
I think he's coming back out. No. Put that baby right up on the trailer and he's ready to go.
Every Sunday, Jefferson Speedway bargain fair. Lots of buyers, lots of sellers, lots of good deals. Every Sunday, starting early in the morning, running till mid-afternoon, Jefferson bargain fair. Ken Olson's in the infield. Looks like he's got a little bit of oil coming out of that number 68 second-lane Allen.
They're gonna run the oil dry down, so it'll be a bit. Still got good sound. Huh?
Dave Qualley in 67, 1970, Pontiac Grand Prix. Al Weisoff gets good looking 65 Chevy Chevelle. Norm Nelson in Chevelle. Terry Pinnick and Connie Craig gold car, also a Monte Carlo. Kevin Moreland in 13. Ruth Jason Stewart making the 37 car. Al Easy, Wayne Whitmer, Nico Reader in 26. Frank Ward in number 3. In the number 19 car. Cars remaining.
ready for the restart. I guess we got the track cleared up. Weisoff and Qualley. Qualley and 67 are going to lead them around. Nelson and Biddick in the second row. The third row, Moreland and Schuler. Giese and Whitford. Riedner and Ward. Reimer Jr. Perry Kieser in the last two rows. And Zachow. Johnson. Well, one more. Oh, it's a green flag, I guess. Kind of a surprise start there. Qualley jumps out in the lead. Norm Nelson coming up in the third spot real quick. Dave Qualley continuing his lead that he had before the yellow flag. Oh, Biddick and Moreland. Moreland's on the infield. Whitford and Moreland smack fenders on turn number 2. But Qualley has the lead. Here comes racing Jason Schuler in 37. Schuler trying to catch Qualley. Qualley still in the lead. Jason Schuler chasing him. And Schuler trying on the inside of Qualley. Qualley's way wide, but holds him off. Whoa, Qualley sideways, and Schuler takes the move and takes the lead. Flag to Jason Schuler. Terry Biddick now going to pass Qualley on the inside. And here's the checkered flag on a feature event. Goes to Jason Schuler, Terry Biddick, Dave Qualley, Norm Nelson, Moreland, Reimer Jr., Whitford, Weisoff, Ward, Riedner, Zachow, Kieser, Giese, and Johnson in that order. So the winner of the feature event for the Road Warriors, number 37, Jason Schuler.